Hey, what's up? My name is Tigre Fino, and in this video, we're going to talk about the instrument rack. The instrument rack, you can use it to start building your own sound library. Your kick, your snare, your guitar, your bass, your sound effect, your fillers, your racers, all that stuff. And you can also start building your own sound library for you to group them together and put it into package and sell it. So you're gonna learn how do you start using it. You start dragging the sound using the simpler and how you can manipulate each sound for you to better use it on future projects and also to start building your sound library. So check it out. Hey, what's up? My name is Tigre Fino, and in this video we're going to start creating our own sound library using the instrument rack. One of the benefits that it has using the instrument rack is that you can you have all your notes that you can use either on your piano rolls or on your MIDI controller that you can use to affect the sound and to use the different note that you cannot use on the drums rack. But on the instrument rack, you can group different sounds together and use them however you like, and you can still use your MIDI controller to choose the key that you want to play that sound with. So that's one of the benefits. The other benefit is that you can group them based on the criteria that you want. You can use different kits together, different snares, different white noise if you want to use white noise. You can use to group different type of basses, guitars, effect, and you can edit that sound individually. You can add different effect to each of those sounds. It doesn't matter which sound is it, as long as you add it to the same. Like if you have a simpler, and you can add it. So we're gonna see that now. Check it out. Okay, as you can see here, I have the instrument track. I've used Ableton to build my sound library using the instrument track. So it's very easy. You open up a new MIDI controller, a new MIDI track. This one, when I open up it bring me the simpler. But you can go to the instrument, bring an instrument rack, right? And what I do, or what I like to do, I like to use the simpler. I just drag one simpler, and let's say that I'm gonna start building my kick library, right? So I go here. I have one simpler, right? I'm gonna double it. Well, first you can see the simpler. It's a regular simpler. You can still edit the sound and do whatever you want with the simpler. So what I do is I double the simpler, so I can create more simpler within that instrument rack. And I'm gonna start looking for a kit on the samples. So here I have this kick. I select the first one. I want to drag it here. And as you can see, if I create a MIDI track, you can see that I have the piano roll and I can play that kick on any key that I want. Now, if I wanted to do it with the drum rack, I have the drum rack right here. I cannot do that. I can only play that sound that I have on the drum rack only on one key. You can still drag the sound, but you can only be able to play on one note. So that's one of the benefits that you have using the instrument rack. So let's drag another kick. So we choose the second one. Now, if I hit on any key, you can see that all of the sound, you can see that they're going to sound at the same time. They're going to be triggered at the same time. So the way to go around this is you go to the change here. Let me bring another sound first, another kick sound. Okay, I bring it to the third one. Bring it to this one. And like that, you can just browse for the kick or the sound that you're looking for. So let's say I like this one. Okay, so now you see they're all being triggered at the same with the same key at the same time. So the way that you can choose the sound, you can either mute them all and just use one, but it's still being triggered by the key. So the way that I like to do is just drag it here. And what this is doing is when you're right now, as you can see, this that is light up here, it means that you're enabling that instrument here, right? If I change it to the second one, now it's enabling the second one. I'm hitting the same key on my push. When I go to the first one, now if I move it to the third one, see, it's only going to play that instrument because that's the one that you have enabled to play. Now, if you want to have two instruments or more, 2 or 3 instruments playing at the same time, all you do is just if you want to have these two playing at the same time, you drag it and you have these two enabled. So this is the beauty when you are able to use the instrument rack to build your sound library, and at the same time that you are able to manipulate the sound the way that you want it to. And if you want to add effect to only let's say to only this kick, and let's say that you want to EQ it differently than the rest of the kick. Let's say you like this one, right? You're using this one, and you want to EQ this one separately. Okay, we're gonna go to the EQ. Let's say you want to do the EQ8, and you drag it here, and you are only affecting this instrument. You're not affecting the sound of the other instrument. You see that when I click on here, you're going to see that the EQ is only in this instrument. Now, if instead of you dragging it here in this rack, you drag it here outside, then you are affecting, let's delete this one, you are affecting the whole channel, basically. So if you drag it outside, so right now we're affecting this one, and if I change it to this one, it's not being affected. This one is affected, and this one is not. This one either, right? But if you drag it outside, now all of the instruments are going to be affected by it. So you can add effect to each individual instrument within the instrument rack, and also you can add effect to the entire rack, basically. And which is a beauty, because you can start building your own sound library and manipulate the sound within that sound library individually. And then if you want, then you can add a compressor, or you can add a saturator to the end, to the track completely, to the track, so you can raise the volume or compress the whole channel, the whole rack, and also individually. Let's say that we wanted to add a saturator, and let's say that we wanted to boost it up. And if I change it to this one, I turn it off, turn it on. You see that affect the entire channel. So this way you can start building your own sound library in a very faster way. This also is going to help you to, when you're going to start creating your beat, your production, it's going to help you to start faster, because you're going to start loading and saving the sounds that you like, and you're going to start and finish a project faster because you already have the sounds, or a lot of the sounds that you already like, and you can just use them. This is a very easier way and a quicker way to start and finishing a project, to start a new project and finish it, because you already have sounds that you already like, and you can just manipulate it in a different way that you did it in a previous project. And the thing is that you can also have two type of different library. If you have, let's say, sound kicks that you don't want to edit in, and you're always going to play it on the same key, you can use the drum rack. But if you want to manipulate it, if you want to play a different key in a faster way, you can use the instrument rack, and you can just start saving your own sounds and use them whenever you need to. You can do it with the kicks, you can do it with the snare, you can do it with the instrument, the bass, the guitars. You can do it with races. You can do it with white noise effect, anything you like. This is the beauty, because you can do it with anything you like, and it's a easier and faster way to start a project and finish it. And also, this is going to help you to, when you have enough sounds, you already have a library of sounds, let's say kicks, snares, and whatever sounds that you have, that you can make your library, and then if you want to sell it, you can sell it, because you already started savings in making your own library of sounds, and all of a sudden in a couple of months you have 100 kits. Or let's say a couple of months you have 200 kicks. Same with the snare, 200 snares, guitars. You can make that as a package, and if you want to sell it, you can sell it. If you want to add reverb, to that individual uh, to that individual instrument, and this one doesn't have it. You drag it outside, and now you are affecting the whole channel. Also, if you're using the sends, you're also going to be affecting the whole channel. I was doing it in the wrong channel. Because it's actually the whole channel that you are affecting with the send. So keep that in mind when you are creating your own library. I'm gonna do another video creating the sound library using the instrument, the drum rack, and the benefit, and also looking at more in depth of the benefits and what is the difference between the instrument rack and the drums rack. For me, they're both. You can have them both and use them both, but I tend to more presence on the instrument rack because I like to have the freedom of using any key, any note that I want to use. You know, it doesn't matter if it's the kick or the snare. I want it to manipulate, but also there is a lot of benefits on using the drums rack. You know, you can start and just move it faster. If you want to play different sounds at the same time on the keypad or on your MIDI notes or on your piano, on your MIDI controller. If you want to play two different sounds, let's say the kick and the snare, when you're playing it, if you want to play it, you can do that on the drum rack. Here you can do it too. So if you want to play different sounds at the same time, you have to choose here the keys or which keys do you want to play with that sounds. You can see here that I chose from F sharp to A2 only. And if I go to the other key, and I change the change here, now you can do that. So you can see that now playing the first kick, and here I'm playing the second kick. So you can also do it here, but it takes a little bit more effort because you have to map it from which key you want to play each instrument on the instrument rack. And on your if you're using the piano or using the push or using any other MIDI controller, you have to define here on which keys you want to play that instrument from the instrument rack, and you're going to be able to do that. While on the drum rack, you can just drag and drop, and it automatically choose whether you on what keys you choose to drop it. Then you're going to play on that key. But here, the benefit is that you can choose more than one key to play that sound. Let's say I want this key to play from, so it can give me a lower kick bass sound. You know, that 808 that we like, 808 sound. and you basically can do that. And same thing, you can also combine them from here. Or you can have them separate. All right, so you just saw this was a short video about the instrument rack, but this way you can start building your own sound library and use it however you want. So you can start building your drum kit, your snare sounds, your guitar, bass, racers, fills, whatever you want, and it's going to help you to start and finish a project faster, because when you start using sounds and you start saving it, the sounds that you like, when you're going to start a new project and you remember that you want to use that you already use a sound that you like and you just bring it, you can use it and manipulate it so it can sound different than you had it in the other project, and you can finish a project faster. There you go. So you already have it. We play around with the instrument rack, and we saw how we can start building our own sound library, with the kick, snare, bass, guitar, and all this stuff. And you can also how you can start building your library. So on a future, you can start making your own sound pack and sell it if you wanted to. Also, this is going to help you to start a project and finish it faster, because you don't have to start browsing through all different sounds, knowing that you already have sounds that you used before and that you like them. So don't forget to subscribe, to like, and if you have any comment, leave it somewhere down below. So see you the next time. Tigre Fino.